What's going on, everybody? It's been a while since I've made a Racing Rivals video in general, but I'm sort of back. If this update stays the way it is, I probably won't be back, because from what I've played of this game so far, I'm really not liking it. I'm really not liking the new update, and this is basically going to be my 2 cents on the update. Again, please don't get offended by what I'm saying. I understand that Carbonated worked really hard, and the employees worked really hard on this game, but this update as a whole just took a wrong turn, and I think it's going away from where we wanted the game to go. And basically, the first reason I have, the big elephant in the room about this update, is that the Legacy Garage. Basically, all the cars that some people worked on for 3, maybe even 4 years, you can't race in multiplayer with them. You can't pink them. The only thing you can use these cars for is legacy events, and the legacy events, as I'm going to show you right now, are so trash, and I just don't understand who made up the idea of doing this. Because okay, so you have these turf tuned like cars, whatever, to do for that. It's not multiplayer. It's literally boring. You have this for the legacy. I think this is legacy, I'm not sure, but no, this is the only legacy event. Got it. So this is all you can do with your old cars, all you can do with the cars that you grinded on, some of you veterans, for 3 or 4 years. The 600 cars plus that some people have, you can't even use. You can only test drive them. All the rim whores you got, you can't do anything with them. You can't customize it. It's just so stupid. I don't think there's any going back. I think they got rid of all the code. I bet all our old rims are now gone. Like, I think there's no going back with that. All our old inventory is gone. It's so depressing. But what makes me even more depressed is that the compensation for that is pretty lackluster. So you got these little collectible things and the legacy collectibles, right? And you can only trade them in for paints and wheels, and basically the only compensation I got for my 400 cars getting like pretty much like crushed, because you can't even use them anymore, is some rims that aren't going to be worth anything. Like, wow, Copo rims. 7 Copo rims. That's worth my whole garage, dude. This may look like a lot to some people, but it really isn't. It's total garbage. And also, the whole RNG with the crates is pretty ridiculous. I had 1,300 gems. I spent it all on crates because I'm anticipating quitting this game. And this is basically all I got. So my 600 cars in 6.5. My roughly 600 cars. I don't remember how much I had, but I had around that. Basically got turned into 10 cars here, which should be 11, but you know, on stream I was trying to like pink a Lotus Carlton, and that's the only car I took into multiplayer. I took it into multiplayer, did 1 free race, came back to show like new viewers who came into the stream like what the whole collections thing is about, and I came back and it disappeared, and so I restarted my game, and the problem still was there. The car disappeared, and that was the only car I was really willing to pink. And that leads to my next issue. RC is going to be impossible to come by unless there's some sort of farming thing that comes back, because there's no RC you can buy from the game. And 14,000 gems, right? There's like a gems to cash exchange that's completely bull. So you spend $100 on 14,000 gems. You go to the exchange. 1 gem equals $100. 14,000 gems is okay. Is it 104? Okay. 14,000 gems is $1.4 million. That used to be like 50 cents on the black market. 50 cents to $1. That amount of RSC. No one's gonna spend $100 damn on 1.4 mil that you used to get in 6.5 for 50 cents. Like, it's ridiculous. but the whole idea of the legacy thing is basically what turns me off for this update. I can't use any of my cars, and I understand there's no going back and that there's no point in complaining, but it just makes me so mad that I can't use any of these cars and I can only look at them. Like, you can test drive them, sure, you can still race it, but that's not the same. I want to go into multiplayer, show off my top 25 freaking Turf Ford GTR from like 2013, but no, I can't. And another issue I have is the tickets. Tickets are so annoying. This update, this update as a whole is making me think of this game as a bootleg CSR2 with the gas, the tickets, and all the crates and all the little collectibles that feel like fusion parts in CSR2. Like, I don't know, all this whole world thing reminds me of the cities in CSR2 and all the little events that you click on. Just feels like CSR2, and I think Racing Rivals should have made its own little turn. And I feel like Carbonated should have listened or like brainstormed before they started working on the update what the players would want. Obviously, the black market, maybe the developers don't like it, but we like it. And as Pigpen said in his stream last night, he got so bored of grinding and grinding and grinding for RSC. That's going to be, again, impossible to come by in 7.0. And he got so bored of it. Literally, like, free racing for 20k to upgrade his Scion FRS R-Spec to pass campaign for 2 weeks, just grinding and grinding and grinding. And he didn't want to play, but then he found a money glitch. And that could be interpreted as maybe the black market coming back in 7.0, and that made him want to play again because he had tons of RSC. He has something to play for, you know. I have nothing to play for. That 2 hours I spent streaming were so boring. Like, I'm sorry to say it, but it was so boring. This game as a whole has just gotten really boring for me, and I'm gonna quit if the game stays the way it is, if they don't change things, because with the lack of RSC, you can't max out your new cars, and it's gonna be impossible to pink, especially when your cars that you're trying to pink are disappearing. I'm gonna make sure it disappeared because I traded in like parts for Viper, and I just want to make sure that I didn't have to trade in a car for it. I didn't have to trade a car. That's so dumb. Yeah, you didn't have to trade in any cars. It was 0 cars, so the car literally disappeared from my garage, and that was the one thing I was trying to pink. I was hoping I could get on a streak with it, but anyways, I got 3 tickets now, so I'm just gonna do a race just to show you guys like how the game's running. The game's running really smooth. The graphics are great, and that's one thing they did great with this new update, but everything else I honestly hate. The whole legacy thing turns me off for the game. This makes it so boring. Like, all those cars that I grinded for the 3 years that I played are basically unusable now. Yeah, the map looks really good now. I like everything they did to the game graphically and the new cars they added, but they added a lot of new cars, but there's no showroom to really look at them. You can only get new cars from crates. So, I mean, yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about this game. 2200 cash for being level 231. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say for this game. It's just depressing where this game has gone. I hope they fix stuff. Hopefully they watch this video. This is basically what I'm going off of, is also what people have said on my stream. But yeah, that's it for this video. See you guys later.